Mark Campbell in Canberra at Symmetrical Drumming with my light and simple bodhrán. I built this out of a floor tom shell offcut, 18-inch, very thin goatskin or perhaps sheepskin, pinned with drawing pins to the shell and some cloth tape around the outside. And that's it. This is such a light drum that anything that goes in, as far as what I play, comes out as sound. Very little loss. This drum is water tuned. It's winter here in Australia and I'm in an air-conditioned room here. It's off at the moment. But air conditioning lowers the humidity, so this head, this drum skin, dries out and the pitch goes up over time. So I've tuned this with the water to be 88 Hertz, the same as my foot cajon. Very different timbre, but with my spectrum analyzer there, they both have an 88 fundamental. Now with this bodhrán, we're dealing with nodes and modes. The middle mode is the deepest, and the modes of the drum radiate out, well, the circular modes expand out towards the edge. We're looking at about an octave, roughly. The left hand is the tone controller. As you can see, duration, tone, pitch, timbre. That's where the skill is. There's a lot of rhythmic nuance with the tipper. Not a stick. I don't like to call it a stick or a beater. I use it as a double-ended implement. So I like to call it a tipper to distinguish that. Double-ended. I use what looks like a traditional grip, but on my dominant hand, or a pen grip with a slightly cocked wrist. It's not good to be too cocked, because playing with a wrist bent over like that, not good for the joint. The other sound is the edge. So you're hitting the point where the skin contacts the shell. You get more of the shell, and that's up around 1900, 2000 Hertz. So I'm ranging from 88 to 2000 Hertz. On the skin, it's slowly going up in pitch, so I have to keep an ear out for that. My left hand is doing stacks of work, including the occasional roll. With my fingers, which is kind of a 4-stroke roll. Alright, so that's the bodhrán. Quick and simple. The other bodhráns I have here at Symmetrical Drumming are all tunable. Some of them are rotary tunable, like a timpani. They can be tuned quite quickly. Timpanis aren't rotary tuned, but they're quick tune. Others have lugs, like a normal tom-tom on a drum kit. This one, by virtue of not having any of that, is harder to play, and having no crossbar in the back, it's kept in place just by that cutout in the shell around my arm. So my left hand is also keeping the drum in place. Alright, so that's the bodhrán in short. Any questions about the pronunciation or the spelling? Any Gaelic expert drummers out there, let us know. Does this bodhrán actually mean deaf? I hope not, because it is one of the drums that requires more listening and more the word I'm after. More discriminating ear and frequency recognition than most other drums. Probably on a par with the tabla, the Indian version of the tabla. As far as pitch, timbre and nuance go. Bodhrán, one of my favourite drums. Again, underappreciated. And when you create a kit with your bodhrán by bringing your feet into the mix, it takes on a whole new realm. So, don't dismiss the bodhrán. Do a bit of research, get into it, and for not really a hell of a lot of money, you can create a very expressive instrument that can add a new dimension to what you usually play on your kit, because the way it's played, you just grab the bodhrán and start playing with your conventional kick and hi-hat, but with this drum instead of the snare and the toms. Great idea for tonal variation. And in this age of world music, so-called, intermixing and interweaving with the more strict genres, this sort of crossover is what people on Spotify are looking for, dare I say. I'm Mark Campbell. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.